Hi everyone, it's Renee from the Hermit's Moon. Welcome to my channel. We're here to do the reading for the financial outlook for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of May 2020. So guys, I've already said a blessing over the cards and I've cleared the space. If you have Cancer in any of those placements on your birth chart, this reading is for you. Now I want to remind you, keep in mind, this is a reading for the collective. It's going to be very general. So if something doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. That just means it wasn't meant for you. And go ahead and look at your moon sign and your rising sign videos because you could get some very valuable information there too. But let's go ahead. Spirit, what does Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about their finances and their career for the month of May? We're going to pull one card. And we have Clearing Debts. Okay, guys, we're going to take a look at this card in depth here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull a positive affirmation for all my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising to focus on for the month of May to help you draw wealth and abundance into your life. Help you clear those debts. And we have, money is a tool I use for good and to help others. The more I give, the more I receive. What a beautiful, beautiful energy. That's a blessing. Beautiful card for Cancer. Okay, guys, let's pull some tea leaf cards for all my Cancers. We have Tree. And we have, I'm not looking, I'm just pulling cards at random. Tulip. And we have Pale. Wow, this card has shown up quite a bit. This is the third reading, I think in a row, that Pale has shown up for. So that's interesting. Because y'all see, I keep those cards in a bag and I can't look and see where I'm pulling them from. Sorry, guys. Okay, get ourselves together. Okay, Spirit, give us some tarot guidance for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. What do they need to know about their financial outlook for the month of May in 2020? Oops. Okay, we'll cut the deck. Cancer, your financial situation is the Three of Wands. What's blocking you from making money is the Three of Cups. Okay, we've got two threes, guys. That's significant right there. Threes are about trinity, harmony, and expansion. So when we're seeing that in a financial reading, we're having some trouble here generating expansion for us. We'll come back to that. Your strengths with money is the Hierophant. A weakness with money is the Fool. And sources or opportunities that will help you generate more money, we have the Seven of Wands. Your outcome card is the Four of Swords. Okay, now the first card we're going to look at for the month of May, guys, I always take a card from the bottom, and this is the underlying energy that you're going to be dealing with. And this is your shadow card. It could be a fear you need to address, but it is something that you really need to tackle during the month of May and conquer. And we have the Six of Cups. Now, this is the card of nostalgia. It's about looking back. Maybe some of you have been dwelling in that. Maybe you've been, forced out of a job that you loved or forced out of a relationship. Maybe you've been dealing with some struggles in your relationships due to these things. But, this is the card of living in the past. It's good to have those memories and it's good to remember the lessons that you've learned in the past, but take them forward with you into the future. Don't live there. You don't want to dwell in the past because that's not going to help your finances in the month of May. Whatever happened that has come about because of this pandemic, you need to deal with it and put it to bed, and it's time to start looking forward. Okay, we have Clearing Debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Okay, Cancer, some of you might have been building up quite a bit of a debt ratio. You know, it happens. You know, some of us will use credit cards to make ends meet. So, and that's totally understandable in this time. A lot of people have been put out of their jobs, and what are you going to do except maybe use your credit cards to help ends meet? But it's time to stop that. It's time to start looking forward, put the credit cards away, and start focusing on building abundance and taking care of all that debt, putting it behind you. This is also about your emotional debt. So remember, deal with any of the emotions, any relationships. You know, we've all been in quarantine. Maybe you've been dealing with someone in close quarters. Maybe there's been harsh words said. It's time to make amends, put that behind you, and go forward. I'm sorry if you all hear noise in the background. My neighbor has a leaf blower that he loves to dig out every single day, and it never fails when I go to do a reading. He pulls it out. Okay, money is a tool I use for good and to help others. The more I give, the more I receive. Okay, this is that flow, that energy. Remember, guys, money is energy, and the more you give, the more you are going to receive back to you. Now, we've just had this card, though, telling us to watch our debt ratio, to watch how we're spending our money. This isn't about going out there and spending frivolously. This is about using your money for good to help others. But it's also about keeping that economy going. We need to be mindful of that. You can be too miserly with your money as well as being too free with it. So just keep in mind, money is an energy. It's a tool that we need to use in order to grow the economy. Okay, let's look at your tea leaf cards. We have tree, affairs with your family. This is very, very appropriate to come up in a Cancer reading, because Cancer in the house, the zodiac houses, you guys rule the house. It's about family and home and happiness. So there might be something going on with your family. Like we said, we've been quarantined. Maybe you've been dealing with some relationships. You've been, you know, sometimes it's hard to have a lot of family togetherness. That's okay. It's okay if people are getting on your nerves, but go ahead and deal with it. You know, don't stick your head in the sand. Deal with any relationship problems that have come up and that have surfaced. So, you know, you don't want that lingering on. Okay, we also have tulip, great passion. Okay, this might be telling you guys it's time for you to really focus on what you're passionate about. That could be definitely an avenue where you could make some money and generate some more income. Focus on your passions. And remember, make your family your passion. If you are really struggling, maybe with depression, maybe you've really been put out of a job that you liked, or dealing with financial stress, you've got this debt load, some of you, that you might be dealing with. Remember to make your family your focus and the biggest passion in your life, which is really a normal trait for Cancer to do. And we have pale, time to get out of a situation. Okay, guys, this very easily could be talking about the debt that you're creating. And you will know if this is you, guys. If you've been relying too heavily on your credit cards to make ends meet, maybe it's time to get a second job. Maybe it's time to really look, how do I need to be spending my money? How can I be smarter with it? Because it's time to put a stop to that. Let's see what your tarot cards say. Your financial situation is the Three of Wands. Guys, opportunity is knocking on your door. May is going to be a month where I feel like we're really going to see a turnaround, because this is a card, see his ship coming in. This is exactly what you want to see in a financial situation. Things are going to start looking up for you. Keep your eyes and ears open so that you are ready when that ship comes in and when that opportunity knocks. Now, what is blocking you from making money? We have the Three of Cups. Now, a lot of times this comes up when we're socializing too much. So we haven't really been able to do that because we're supposed to be quarantining and isolating ourselves. But this can also be, maybe you've been spending, consoling yourselves with alcohol. This card shows up a lot of times if maybe you've been using alcohol too much to deal with a situation. And not, again, guys, this is a reading for the collective. This is not, I'm not saying that every single Cancer out there is drinking too much. But you will know in your spirit, in your intuition, if this is a card that this advice is meant for you. But it's time for you to put that away. It's time you don't want to miss out on opportunity or mess up an opportunity because you've been using that too much. Put the partying behind you. It's time to get serious in May. Okay, something that your strength of yours around your finances, guys, is faith. And this is the Hierophant card in the traditional tarot deck. It's also the Taurus major arcana. And remember, Taurus are master manifestors. Maybe you guys are really good with money. Maybe you've been constantly putting money in the bank. This is also the card of big financial institutions, big business. But some of you, you might be going back to work for a big corporation. But this is about having faith that you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this trying time, Cancer, and things are going to be looking up for you in the month of May. Now, a struggle, a weakness with money, we have the Fool card. Maybe you've been foolish with some of your spending, okay? Maybe you've been relying too much on the credit cards. Maybe you've been consoling yourself, drinking a little bit too much wine or beer to get you through this. I've seen so many memes on Facebook about how everybody's using alcohol to cope with this. But, it's time for you to get smart with your money, Cancer. You're never going to have that financial abundance and prosperity if you're not being smart with it. Don't take unnecessary risk. The Fool can be about stepping outside of our comfort zone. But because this is in the weakness with our money position, I'm getting that you really need to be smarter with your money and not take any risks right now. Okay, what source or opportunity can help give you more abundance in your life? And you have the Seven of Wands. This is about fighting for your dreams. Stand your ground, guys. If there's something that you really, really want to manifest, don't let the current financial crisis and the current pandemic stand in your way. If it's something worth having, it's something worth fighting for. Definitely put that energy into that, Cancer. Your outcome card is the Four of Swords. This is about rejuvenating, guys. I think May is going to move you into calmer waters. You're going to get a reprieve from, well, hello, Star. Thank you for joining us. Hi, baby. Thank you. You're going to get a reprieve from all the stress, all the financial struggle that you've been dealing with. Can I have this card, please, Star? Thank you. And from the fighting that you've had to be doing to make those dreams come true. I really feel like it's giving us a nod that we are going to be moving into calmer waters for all of us. Oh, Star, I always love when she jumps up here. Tell him hi, honey. Yeah. Oh, honey, watch your tail. Good Lord. Okay, it's time for you to get down. I just love her. So, guys, take heart. May is going to be a time that you're going to get a chance to rejuvenate yourselves, take a reprieve from all of the stress that you've been having. Opportunity is going to be coming your way that's going to make things ease up, and it's going to be a calmer time for you. Beautiful, beautiful energy for my Cancers. Okay, guys, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you do so. And ring that notification bell. I try to post daily, and I also post on Patreon. I'd love for you guys to check out my patreon.com and see if that is a good fit for you. We're in this journey together. We're going to be creating a more prosperous and abundant 2020 for all of us. But Cancer, I am wishing you joy, love, health, and wealth. Namaste.